meaning birthday of Shankaracharya, our utmost Guru. I am very blessed to speak on Bhagavan Sankaracharya ji. It is difficult to compress into 10 minutes or 15 minutes such a volume of works which he has done. He has set an example for our masters to follow. You have heard being the right place at the right time. Shankara was that. In Bhagavad Gita, chapter 4, 7th sloka, Bhagavan says, Yada yada hi dharmasya glanirbhavati abhyuttanam adharmasya tadatmanam srijamyaham aham srijami, meaning I take birth. And that's what exactly is incarnation of Lord Shiva, Shankara. Because it was kind of declining. Hinduism was in masses flowing towards Buddhism. And we were fully in other group of people fully immersed in ritualism. They did not know what Hinduism is, what Advaita philosophy is. Advaita existed before Shankara also. But he was the one who revived it, who brought it to the limelight of the public. What is Advaita? We can use this occasion to talk about him, to remember him. What according to him, it is not a wonder that he is a master or invented something. He says he is only nimitta matra. He became an instrument in Bhagavan's hand. And his attitude was also like that. He showed us how a man should be. So, we should also feel we are only nimitta matra in Bhagavan's hands to do certain karma based on our previous karma phala. So, Bhagavan Shankaracharya ji, he actually, if you are thankful to him, so many things we are thankful to him. First of all, he lived only 32 years. Mahatmas only lived short while. Even Jesus Christ also lived 32 years. Now, then he brought out the meaning of Vedas, Upanishad, and innumerable books he wrote. He can countless. And Saraswati was in his tongue. He just flowed. He was a poet, he was a journalist, he was a master, he was a guru, he was a guide, you name it. He was everything. Now, so many things. He was born in a place called Kaladi in Kerala. And in this short lifespan, he accomplished marvel accomplishments, and because he traveled about 20,000 kilometers in Padayatra, meaning by foot only. In modern convents was not there when you were born, 16th, 7th and 8th century. But he showed us how to get liberated from human birth. And he went in search of, he left his house at the age of 8, I think. And he left his house in search of a guru in Kerala, and he left Kerala. And what was his famous quote? Brahma Satyam, Jagad Mithya, Jivo Brahma, Na Aparaha. That is his famous quote. Because, and that's what Advaita philosophy all depend upon. And our master, Swami Chinmaya, his guru, Swami Tapavan, and also Swami Shivananda, all the masters in front of us, the lineage of masters, all took Shankara's books and his theory as pramana. That is the way, including Chinmaya Mission, follow Bhagavan Shankaracharya. Our teacher, Swami Bodhatmananja, he used to have tears in his eyes, and he used to choke for words, and the words will not come because of his feeling towards Sankara Jayanti. So such was the respect to Shankaracharya. Brahma Satyam Jagan Mithya Jivo Brahma Nabraha. It condensed the essence of Vedas into one single sentence. In ancient India, superstitions were that somebody told something, you blindly follow. There is no other way, right? So superstitions were there, idol worship was there. We don't know what for we are worshipping, Shiva idol or Krishna idol or Vishnu idol. He just followed because he established the mathas or mathas. He didn't, and he also conducted Tarka Shastra, meaning you have to debate on your philosophy. Advaita philosophy, Nyaya, Vaisheshika, all the people came one by one, and he beat them. It's not like beating us, we beat somebody like, I beat you. That kind of feeling. He didn't have. He didn't have to have feeling. He didn't have to have feeling that he won also. Because he knows the truth. This will won. Because this will, Advaita philosophy, only that which will prevail. He knows it. And most of the time, by arguing Vaisheshika and Nyaya people, they forgot what philosophy they come from. So he told, hey, you are Vaisheshika, you are Nyaya, you are Dasa, this darshan is yours, you have to talk. Oh, then only they forgot. By his eloquence, people followed him and just become numb, And the rule is that when you lose, you have to follow Shankara. Not a necessary rule, but he doesn't want people to follow him, but he wants to establish that Advaita is right. The biggest one is Mandan Mishra. His name was Mandan Mishra. And he became Sureshwaracharya. Now he established 4 Maharaj. We know east, west, north and south. Puri, Badrinath, Dwaraka and Sringeri. And he established 4 of his famous disciples. Padmapada, Todakacharya, Hastamalaga and Sureshwaracharya. He established them to re-emphasize the Rig, Dharva, Samaveda and Yajurveda. And Lord Shiva himself he incarnated as Sri Shankara. Before the so many stories are there. I don't know which one to talk. Every one is wonderful. That Kanakadara Stotram, it's a good story. As a sannyasi, he has to go for Bhiksha because he has to live on Bhiksha. And the story is that he went to an old lady's house and she didn't have anything to offer to this sannyasi. So she gave one amla fruit, a small one, and that amla fruit he took in his hand and he chanted the mantra of the Lakshmi. And it is said that from the amla fruit, all the gold coins start falling. And that is Kanakadara Sotra. The children chant, it didn't stand today, but the sloka children chant that. So what a beautiful this thing. Then there the question is, if he can invoke Lakshmi, why don't he invoke Lakshmi for Bhiksha? But he want to go to the old lady's house. It is not that way. Every god and goddesses was with him. He himself is in incarnation of Lord Shiva. But the establishment of what he did for us to follow. As a sannyasin, you have to go bhiksha, and whatever the house owner gives, you have to take that and cook yourself and then eat. That is a condition that is. And even sannyasa, he said, his mother was not ready. Whenever there is a young boy and mother wanted him to get married and establish a family and all, and he doesn't want to do sannyas. So mother was not giving permission, he quite casually used to ask. But then what happened one day when he was taking, mother was taking bath, he was taking other side, he was in the same river, and he said the crocodile caught his leg. Oh mother, please help me. Crocodile caught my leg, he is not leaving. If you say ready for sannyas, then only the crocodile will leave. No choice. She wanted son live, right? Whether sannyasi or whatever, I want my son. She said, okay, you take sannyas. And that's how he did sannyas. Also, his mother fainted one time going to the take bath in the river because it was away from his home. So his mother fainted and he prayed again, Bhagwan. And it is said that the river flowed near his house. Can you imagine a direction diverting of the river? With his power, he can do anything. So when you become Brahman, that is a benefit, He showed he can do magics. So when Guru Govindapada's blessings was there, and Guru Govindapada's cave was flooded one time, everybody started running around how to stop water. He just chanted a mantra and he put his kamandalu at the entrance of the cave. He said, water will not go beyond this kamandalu. Just one saying, and it happened. Water flowed, touched the kamandalu and came back. Imagine. And final rites of mother, that was very, very beautifully told in his book published by CCMT. It's a Sankara book. Sankara the Missionary. It's a very good book. If you get a chance, go to the library and ask for the book. Sankara the Missionary. It's a thick book. Starting from his birth, his contributions, so beautifully escaped. And he including his Rashi Chakra is there. You know that Kundalini, that line where the stars are, it is there. Can you imagine? The birth stars were when he was born. That is also in the book. So beautifully given. And final rites, he said, he gave oath to his mother, whenever you want me, I will be at your side. Just imagine, close your eyes and think of me. And at the time of death, mother knew this is not much time. So she closed her eyes and thought, he was somewhere in the north. By flight, how can man fly? We never heard man can fly. According to the law, he cannot, He was there at her side. And she said, I heard that you have become very famous. He became that Sarvotma Pida and all things. What Pida? He doesn't want any Pida, all the decorations, all things. But anyway, he said, you have become very big, I heard. So can you show me one? I know that you see him every time. Can you show me Vishnu Rupa? So he blessed and Vishnu was live. Vishnu just came for her. Somebody standing nearby, you won't be able to see. It's another funny thing. Only that person. And she saw, and she closed her eyes and she died. And because he did all the sannyasa and all these things, Brahmins not supposed to do, and write books and all things, the Brahmana Kula, Brahmana Vamsha was against him. They did not participate in the karmas after death, karmas of his mother. So he himself conducted his mother's last final rituals, it is said that. And so many things are to be told again, but he showed us the path, how to get moksha for average human being. And that's what we are following. How to get moksha. And he wrote commentary of Bhagavad Gita, and he wrote Brahma Sutra, he wrote so many other books, Sotrams, and so many slokas, and so many things. So, with that, I will stop. We'll have a few minutes for Bhagavad Gita.